Hello and welcome back to Avowed. Last time we discovered that we had a past self, and this time we're going to go and speak to a watcher about why we have past selves, and hopefully the watcher is going to have some kind of answers for us. Now I think we've killed everything over this way, which is why I'm not being too picky about looking for loot, but I am just double checking that we're in the same area I think we are. Are we? Have I ever been in here? Yes, that's the Shrine to Wodaka. I just don't remember ever being in this room. Nope, I was definitely in that room. Alright, cool. Ooh, but I can grab that. Awesome. Let's head this way. Now previously I thought there was going to be some way where we went around there, went through all the caves and we got to where we needed to go. That's not the case. It turns out that the case is exactly what the case always is. I need to use ice. There we go. Right, switch our weapon back, put that away, and then continue exploring in a new area. Although there is a way down here. Wait, could we have fought our way up here? Is there anything up here? Doesn't look like it. Guess I have to destroy this the old-fashioned way. That'll work. Nothing in there. Oh! Yes, there is loot up here. I think we killed the thing up here with range. Ah. Well, this is all starting to make a little bit more sense now. Right. Let's go see if the Watcher has any info for us. No loot here. No loot here. Weird plants, but not loot. And... ooh, there's this area over here. Is this something? This looks like something. It's a shortcut. Ah. Well, shortcuts are a way to avoid loot, and, well, won't be doing that. We'll be hiding from that bear, though. Well, that's creepy. Is the bear ever going to, oh, there's two bears. I see. I understand now. We'll just bear with it a moment more. So we wait for them to turn around so that we can stab one of them in the back. Ideally the black bear over there, but to be honest, it doesn't really make too much difference to me. As long as one of them turns away from me so I can stab him in the back. Might be a vicious person. At any moment this thing will turn around, trust me. It's not just going to eat the grass for the next 10 minutes. That isn't what it's going to do. It's going to turn around. At some point. Maybe. Possibly. However, it has found a very tasty bit of grass. Just seeing whether, like, not looking at it will potentially get it to turn around. Could potentially distract it by shooting this thing. I don't think that'll let us get the first hit on it, though. Oh, come on. When we came here, they were facing another direction. At some point. Maybe. Figure out how I'm going to do this. Okay, shoot. It might turn. If it doesn't, we root. Okay. So we're going to give it 10 more seconds. I didn't mean to open that, but that's okay. And stab. Root. Blast it. I think we probably didn't need to wait, given the difficulty of that. That was actually fairly easy. Oh! A unique ring. Well, that was worth the wait. What is the Wayfarer's Ring? 15% health and essence regeneration from potions and foods. I'm never going to use this in the optimal way. The optimal way to use this is every single time you want to use potions or food, you equip this. I'm not going to do that. I'm just letting you know that I know that in theory you can make all of your stuff 15% more efficient, but I'm not going into the inventory that much. Though most paladins that are devoted to Wodaka can be found among the ranks of the Steel Garrote Order, there is always an exception to the rule. Ufthrang was one such exception. He was of the order of kind wayfarers, would spend his days walking alongside those travelling the roads of Adir, keeping them safe from beast and outlaw alike. The only thing as notable about Ufthrang was his desire to keep the innocent from harm was his legendary appetite. Even in the most dire of circumstances, a good meal and good drink could raise the man's spirits like nothing else. On the other hand, I guess if you know you're going to need a lot of health regen, it could in theory be 15% health regen in fights, but I just don't see a world in which I'm going to use that. But I can accept that it probably is if you're playing optimally, it is probably worth having. Anyway, the other option is you don't need to do any of that if you just don't get hit. Then you don't need the health regen. I guess you still probably need the essence regen, but let's not get into that. What a cool area. And a very, very large drop down there. So is that the temple we were at last time? I think that is. I think that's where we were previously. Yeah, and that's the bridge that we saw. Although it was a lot differently coloured last time, although it was also at night. Yeah, so that's where we were previously. It looks like there's almost stuff down there, but I think that might be the remains of the Aethys temple area. Anyway, carrying on. Continuing to look for loot as we head up here. And we'll grab that. Ooh, well, this was rather easy.
You know we can turn back at any moment. Nothing of value would be lost.
What's gotten into you? I've seen you enter an ogre's den with less reluctance.
Alright then, that was odd, but I'm gonna go in here.
No, that wasn't me. But it was. How am I ever supposed to return to the farm?
Hello.
Be careful, godlike. Runid has such power. God, such terrifying power.
Are you alright?
No, I don't think I am. Oh, she told me such terrible things. I was a wicked person in my last life. Evil to the core. So many dead. By my hands.
That was the past. Leave it there. You're a different person now. What if she's wrong? And you need to use this life to make amends. Do you seriously believe this nonsense? In a way, this is how we feel about it. I get the feeling that we would say it's in the past, leave it there, you're a different person now. We fundamentally are very much involved in who we are right now. Who we are to our character matters. Therefore, we have to believe we're a different person than the person in the past. Because we're the most important version of ourselves.
I suppose. But that doesn't change what happened. Entire families destroyed by me. Look, I just want to go back home to the farm. How can I possibly face anyone now, knowing what I know? I keep telling myself that person, that murderer isn't me, but they were. They are.
No, they aren't. The wheel changes us all. You're no exception. So that's our Arcane Scholar one. Good. Keep telling yourself that. You aren't defined by your past life. You really feel you need to atone, use this life to change the world for the better, or nonsense? I'm going to ignore my Scholar one here. Keep telling yourself that. You aren't defined by a past life.
You mean that? All of those people I hurt. But maybe you're right. Thank you, godlike. You have given me much to think on. Oh, make sure to toss a coin into the pond behind the Watcher's home after your reading.
Why?
Why, it's tradition. Runid doesn't accept payment for her readings. So this is what people do.
I don't accept payment for my advice either. You can just throw your coins at my feet.
What you do is your decision, but you have been warned.
Alright, well, thank you very much, patron. You've given us a lot to think about. Right, let's move on. And we have arrived at Runed's house. Let's have a look at the side here. Well, it's kind of odd. Anyway, let's go past here. What was kind of odd about this is it almost looks like that's, you know, see it's got bars on it. I guess it could be stopped to stop somebody breaking in, but yeah. It's odd that they would need that or want that. I guess if you're in a world that's like got actual monsters living in it, then maybe actually that makes a lot of sense, but anyway. Head over here. Just completely ignore the quest. What's this? I see, it's the way back down. I understand. We'll do that later. Right. We could go in the front door. I'm going to ignore that for now. Ooh. Free herbs. Yeah, there's a way in there. Apparently there's stuff up there, but there's also apparently this. Grab that. Right, go up. Switch this out. Ice. And we got there. Perfect. Grab all this stuff. A lockpick. Ho ho ho. Most valuable thing in the known universe. And then we'll head over here. Nothing to destroy. A couple of chickens. Ominous open door. We're going to ignore that. We're going to head back round to the front, and we're going to go in the front door. Well, assuming it's open. But also, this is mine, this is mine. Why are there spoiled apples here? That's interesting. So 2 spoiled apples outside, and bars on the windows. They've been holed up in here. Door still opens. Do you have 2 doors that lead to the same place, and one that was open? Also, why do you have bars on your windows, and a shut window, and then an open door on the other side? That is odd. That is very odd. Yeah.
Step closer, godlike.
Nope. Maybe. Anyone who says step closer, I'm just like immediately, no, don't want to do that. I do want to read this letter, but I don't really want to get that much closer to you. Invitation from the Clavager. Runed, my people told me what happened to your village, or at least what they understand of it. First, allow me to offer my sympathies. The wilderness is unforgiving, mysterious, and perhaps, worst of all, unapologetic. Second, I invite you to reside in Paradise for as long as you'll have us. Your needs will be taken care of. All we ask in return is that you make use of your talents as a watcher. Whenever you're ready for a new beginning, the gates of Paradise will be open to you. Yours, Clavager Amont. Now, this is intriguing. So, her village was destroyed by the wilderness. Now, we think the wilderness is connected to our god. Or at least the voice in our head. Does this mean that she's going to be naturally... I'm trying to think of the right word. She's not going to like us naturally, I think would be the best way of putting it. So, yeah, let's see what she has to say. Oh, I can just not speak to you? Oh, well, that makes life easier. That's mine, that's mine, that's mine. Seems to be happy with me just wandering around, so I'll just wander around then. Upstairs we go. Ooh, there's loot up here. And a book. Her dream journal. I thought that was legendary loot. It's not. There's just a lockbox, which does have legendary loot in it. Adra! Ah, wonderful. Dream journal. Another restless night. I watched people scream, flee, and die as a mountain toppled over and buried them. Overhead, the great tree spread out its branches to eclipse the very stars. its bark a dizzying array of colours. The dreams are getting stronger but not clearer. Whose soul am I detecting? Why is my sight blurred when I try to focus on it? When last I had this dream, it augured the death of my village by a maddening blight. What is the dream trying to tell me now? I do not understand. Maybe I'm not meant to. Maybe it's for someone else. So her village was taken out by the Dream Scourge. I guess that makes sense. Alright. So she is definitely connected to what's happening with us. What's also interesting about this character is in terms of like hierarchy of power, she is on the same level as the protagonist from the Pillars games. She is effectively one of the has the potential to be one of the most powerful people around. So, you know, let's take her seriously.
If it is a watcher you seek, then a watcher you have found.
This is giving me the shakes. Right, maybe I'll stand outside.
Why have you come to me, godlike?
I love that you tell me. Let's see what we're going to say. I guess the main reason we're here is because Liviana said that we should come here. So Liviana said you could help me.
Help? No. I can open your eyes, but you must learn to see. Let's have a look at you then. You who came to these shores on a royal errand. You who have died and returned. To open the door to your soul, we must first open a door to your mind. Now repeat after me. I stand on the shore between here and beyond.
I'm gonna do what she says. I stand on the shore between here and beyond.
Very good. Spoken with conviction. I dip my toe into bottomless depths.
I dip my toe into bottomless depths.
The lake is a mirror. The mirror is a door. And the door stands open.
The lake is a mirror is a door, and the door stands open.
A door? A garden gate?
Oh.
Impossible. Someone is here with us? How? Who are you? What are you? Show me what you are.
A hand knocks on a bark. Do we answer? How can they see?
What is this I hear? Old and forgotten. Echoes of echoes. An uninvited passenger?
Now she's hearing voices. Great. Is that gonna cost us extra or something?
Curious. Something clings to your soul, felt but unseen.
Voices, echoes in the placid lake. Shelter the seed from winter. Who reaches for our bars? Who speaks?
Enough! I have seen into your soul, and hereby close that which was open. The door is shut, the reading finished. Well, that was truly unexpected.
Ah. So the voice in her head doesn't know what a watcher is, which has a lot of implications, although the voice in her head doesn't know a lot outside of what we tell it, so... Let's say I don't understand. What happened?
I am pleased to report I made contact with your soul, and then with something I cannot name. First, the good news. Not only is your soul healthy, it is strong, powerful. Strange for one who so recently died. Death leaves a scar, but you are unmarked. Instead of passing through the beyond, your soul was nurtured, protected, caged.
Soft, The shell cushions the egg.
You only live because someone would not permit you to die. But I wonder, who?
Well, we've got a lot of intellect for this question. What does it mean to have a strong soul?
Of that, I am unsure. You might find that you suddenly have new abilities that manifest in battle, for instance. Or you may feel a spiritual connection to ancient places, like memories not your own. But that does not explain who pulled you from the grasp of death. Who would do such a thing?
The voice in my head?
I can say much, but that thing, whatever it is, eludes me. It has been years since I met a godlike. Their souls have a sonorous quality, like the music of a bell. A godlike soul sings together with the god that has claimed them, made them their own. It gives them power. Your soul, it has no chime. In its place, a thorn jabs at your essence, working its way to the surface.
I don't like the sound of that. Can you remove it?
One cannot remove something so deeply entwined with their nature. Not entirely.
Deny the heart. Air is not air.
I told you the good news. Now comes the bad, or the unusual. When you came into this life, a thorn pierced the fabric of your soul, and your soul grew around it, trapping and embracing the invader. A godlike's chime is a gift, a blessing. But a godlike's thorn? That may be a curse.
Could the voice in my head be the thorn?
Can a soul commune with itself? A fascinating idea. But I have no answer. We know that a god touched you at birth, but which one and why? They always signed their work, and none of them lay claim to you. Disturbing. Terrible. There are so few godlike remaining, and you are a stranger even among your own kind.
So I'm healthy but cursed and alone. Where do I go from here? Or what I'm hearing is you don't have the answers I seek. I'm going to say 3.
I promised you no answers, godlike. Only the gift of my sight. I wish I could tell you that everything will work out in your favor. But the wheel turns by a merciless hand. One word of advice. When you find a pillar of Adra, commune with it. Adra has a strong link to the beyond.
So you want me to do what I'm already doing? We can do that. Adra?
Adra holds the path between this life and the next, a conduit for souls all around Eora. Through Adra, a soul may find its way back to the wheel, to be born again. But the Adra here, in the living lands, is different, insular. It connects only to itself, twisting vines, essence warping into essence.
You think Adra has the answers I seek? When I touched an Adra pillar, I heard a voice. What does this have to do with my godlike nature, or if the Adra is insular, where do those souls go? That's a great question, but I'm going to tell her about the voice. When I touched an Adra pillar, I heard a voice.
A lost soul, perhaps, wandering and in search of some connection from afar. When you find Adra, commune with it. Take heed of its lesson. Adra may pave your road to the truth, or it may lead to a dead end. But the journey will teach you. That I promise. Before we close, have you any final questions?
Many. many final questions. I spoke to another Watcher in Paradise. Any truth to her?
The city is full of desperate people in search of hope and willing to pay for it. But to answer your question, no, I have never met another like myself.
Can you tell my friend Marius about his soul?
Marius, I see terrible pain and the strength of will it takes to conceal it. I see jagged, self-inflicted scars.
Right. I could see that too if I don't get out of here soon.
How about Kai?
Kai, your soul is heavy, burdened, yet something is missing. Something not easily replaced.
Hey, we don't need to make this all about me.
The ambassador wants some assurance that I'm okay. Am I okay?
As you understand the word, yes. You fell into death, and a guiding hand lifted you back onto your feet.
That guiding hand, whatever it is, must be what brought you back to life at Liviana's.
Your soul is healthy, but it is also a mystery beyond my sight.
We'll be polite. This has been enlightening. Thank you.
For us both, I assure you.
Glad someone got something out of this.
Safe travels, Godlike, and thank you for the glimpse at your wonderful soul. I will pray that your next turning of the wheel is uneventful. Until then, you are bound to live a rich and complicated life.
Did you get any of that? That just sounded like a hot breeze to me.
This kind of thing makes my skin prickle. Let's get out of here.
I'll be honest, Marius. We didn't get a lot out of that. We didn't get a lot. We got some, but it didn't really tell us anything we couldn't have inferred ourselves. What we did get, however, is this jump. I'm not even going to look. There we go. Wonderful. Right. And now, up here we go. So, now we've done that, which we didn't need to do at all. I just did because I wanted to. Now I want to have a look here. So, we know we can't access this bit and this bit. These are all just bits on top of the hill. So, this is all basically inaccessible. That's the ancient memory we've been to. We then have the yellow bands, we have the cartographer, and we have Ondra's Kiss down there. So this is all in the new area of the Southern Embrace. Now, are these quests... So that one's a one danger quest. That's a no danger quest. That's a no danger quest. So we could, in theory, go down there as long as we are careful around the yellow bands. However, we do have this bounty, which is not dangerous in the slightest. So where is that bounty? Let's have a look at that. So that is over here. So if we go to Shantytown and then swim, we can get here. Now about Luminous Adra. Is that a difficult quest? Luminous Adra. So that's Precious Lights. That is dangerous. Alright. So we should probably go do this bounty, hand it in, and then maybe progress the main story. So let's go here and see what's going on down here. But yeah, the Watcher, I was expecting a little bit more. I was expecting like some answers, but no answers were forthcoming. And no real questions were forthcoming. It was kind of just a... It was a confirmation. Although I guess if you had gone straight there and done nothing else, there would have been new info for you. So it could be on us that it wasn't as enlightening as it could have been, because we could have just gone straight there. So I now want to go this way. And we'll run over here to a brand new area. Which does mean the game should stutter. Also, there's some enemies over there. Aha, that means we've never been there. Crouch. Get in closer. And blast him. Not close enough, I see. Okay, so I need to be like another couple steps closer. That looks good to me. Ow! Dare you hit me? Oh, I guess I have been here. Oh, maybe the enemies respawns? Oh, here. Wait. I was saying I don't hear loot, and then immediately was like, wait a second, I might hear loot. No, I don't hear loot. There is a slight ringing in my right ear, but I think that might be the waves. Or tinnitus. One or the other. Right. We've grabbed that before. Or I grabbed the loot previously, and then just ran, which is also entirely possible. That seems like the kind of thing I could do. And then big hit. Perfect. Oh. Perfect. Grounded. Slay 10 spiders and 10 beetles. What an achievement. I feel like I've very much achieved now. Still cannot hear loot. So there must not be any. Oh, no, there's some. Right. So this is apparently where the bounty is. So Temptuous Loundy. What is Temptuous Loundy? No idea. Alright. Drop into the water. I saw something interesting, but did not. Let's go crouched. We'll work our way around. The Deerans just can't start boarding ships. Folks will revolt, is what they're saying.
The boys lack the trust is why they get them killed.
All gotta die so. Unseen, unheard.
Along here. Okay. Was just testing something there.
Yours isn't the only ship that's gotten into trouble around here.
Okay. There's Temptuous Loundy, who is a little bit of a higher level. Guess we want to go up. Then hit him. Nice. Now we've stopped that one from moving. Blast him. Nice. What happened to this thing? Went crazy. Ow. Heal. Get some of this. Little defensiveness here. And heal. Brought him back. Oh, that's Marius. Never mind. I was attacking him. Some good damage. Ow. A little heal. And snap. Fire. Make sure that we keep it on till they actually go on fire. It didn't work. Okay. Hold them still. Blast them. Ow. Give me a tutorial about health. Feel a little insulted. Right. Defend. What am I being hit by? Don't entirely know. Alright. Take one of those. And fire. It's now on fire, which is good. And snap the boot. Blast it. Step back a couple of steps. Blast them. Make them stay still and jump on them. Oh, right. That was difficult. So we got the Glass Eye and Serok's Pride +2. Ooh. And more tutorials. Must have been some sort of patch for this game given all the tutorials. Shipment receipt. Have that as well. Right. And then we also have this as well. It says locked. How many do I need? I need one. Sure, I'll unlock it. Grab all of that. It's good to me. Anything else over here? Nope, just the shipment receipts. Right. Shipment contents. 1 plated copper barrel. 1 conductive frizzen spring. 1 animantic hammer. 1 static attracting lock plate. 48 copper infused powder charges. 3 units flint. 1 crystal converter. Vendor's notes. What are you making here? That's a great question. We probably could have found out if we hadn't killed him. Anyway. We probably couldn't, because there was probably no way of not killing them. Power attacks deal high shock accumulation. Hits deal 10% bonus shock damage. Captain Serok was a renowned pirate captain, sharpshooter, and devoted worshipper of Ondra. When a sudden deadly storm overtook Serok and his crew, he prayed to Ondra with a fervor unlike any he had ever before displayed, asking her to see his beloved ship to safety. The Lady of Lament, seemingly moved by Serok's pleading, saw to it that the ship weathered the storm and came out the other side relatively unscathed. However, just before Serok and his crew made their way to safety, a single bolt of lightning struck the pirate captain, killing him instantly. The ship was somehow unscathed from the strike, which seemed to have been absorbed into Serok's prize pistol. The crew believed that this was the price he had paid to see his beloved ship to safety, and as a tribute to Ondra, they tossed the now crackling pistol into the ocean. How this firearm made its way back to land is a mystery. Now, do we want to equip this? Currently, we have the common wand, right, which is 28, 8, 12, 6. So this one is worse on the stamina and has less crit. And I think it might just be better for us, right? Let's try it out. Let's try it out. So where is it? Wield in the main hand. That is slow. Look at the fire here. That is so slow. Can I hold a charged attack? You can indeed. That is so incredibly slow. That is... I don't know about that. Is that damage per hit it does, or is that damage in general? Need to find an enemy to test it on. There aren't a lot of, like, tiny enemies to test things on. I need to find an enemy. There were some spiders up here, weren't there? Oh, we got the fast travel beacon. Cool. I thought we'd been here before. I think there's essence over there that I'm missing. We'll ignore it. I thought we'd been here, but I guess we... Well, maybe... No, we hadn't actually finished walking along here. Ah, I must have stopped at... I must have made this my stop point. Ah, yeah. That would make sense, because it's the transition between areas. Oh, you know what I should do? Secondary? There we go. Now I can test them in the same combat. So what I want to test is just a single hit from each. So, there's an enemy down here, apparently. Enemy. You need to not be, Enemy. That did 67. That did 63. 67, 63.
Next one's mine.
126. Okay. Let's shoot it again. 85.
You're too late.
I'm not entirely sure, actually. Let's have a look here. So, that doesn't line up with how much it did. Let me just have a look at our character. So we got 15% damage. Is that... I don't know if that's included in here. Wait, so let's go through these. So that's 46, which is 28. So I think that... That must be damage per hit. That must be damage per hit. Okay. We also have some stuff here, but I didn't really think we were coming here, so I'll just back off for a second. So let's just work out how many shots we can take in like a set amount of time. So 1, 2. I should probably like set as amount of time. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I can do 2 shots in a count of 7. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can do basically a shot every count. So, this does more damage on a single hit, and if you do a power attack, you get the shock accumulation. But this will do more damage overall because you're hitting on each, like you're hitting 7 times as quickly, if that makes sense. Well, not 7 times, but you're hitting like 3.5 times as quickly. And that does 20 stun a hit, and that does 8. So, yeah, this is gonna outperform, I think. But it's also 1 quality higher. That's interesting. I don't know. I might stick with this, because the other thing that this does is it allows us to do a single shot, and then most of the time we're just casting spells anyway. I guess this will do more in like a longer fight, but we could always switch to it if we need to. Yeah. I'll stick with this as our default, but it's good to know that the actual damage that it does not seem to be telling you the, like this value, this damage value it gives you isn't DPS, basically. That's the right way of describing it. This isn't DPS, this is just damage. Per hit, it will do this much damage and has this much stun. The stat that we're missing at the bottom is attack speed, right? If we knew attack speed, we could work out everything from that. But because we don't have it, we have our weird counting way of doing it. So yeah, I think this will do more outside of that, though. Anyway, I need to open this first, right? Otherwise, it's going to keep making that noise. Alright. Also, I can check something else here, because this is probably the slowest firing thing we have, the arquebus, right? So that's got 41. But if I equip that, which I will do in my second one here, this probably has like an incredibly slow fire, right? Yes, it's actually almost slightly slower than the other pistol, but it does a huge amount on 1 hit, which is what I wanted to check there. And then it's the common grimoire I have on the other hand, I think. Common grimoire of elements. Yes, and it has to be of elements because we need it to cast chill blades and all of that sort of stuff. Right, then switch. Oh yeah, the whole reason I went in there in the first place was to do things like stash in camp. Then stash all these in camp. There we go, send all these to camp. Yeah, now our weight issue's been fixed. Right. Web-covered journal. Months of sea travel, braving violent storms, ruthless pirates, and worse. We can't even get into the city. Exiled from our homeland and with nowhere else to go. Now we truly have nothing. This lockdown can't last forever, and we have enough supplies to last a few weeks. If we need to live off the land, then so be it. It wouldn't be the first time. At least it should be relatively safe here in the shadow of Paradise's walls. Yeah, relatively safe. That's a way of putting it. Otherwise known as not safe. So is this just the... Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Some kith wandering around there. Yeah, we've been up there. We've been this way. Yeah, last time we were here, though, we were unable to get into Paradise as well. So I'm just seeing what other stuff we've got now. So we didn't explore too far out here because we were like, we need to get into the city. Just gonna go to some of these bits because these say that they are unexplored. Which they probably are, but there might be loot on them. And there's a little bit over here which we just kind of want to float into. So just gonna do a quick check of the water. Not that we've seen much in the water up until now, but no reason not to do a quick check. Right. How are we looking on the whole map? A little bit over here. Let's go underwater for this section, just to see if we can spot anything. Nope. Nothing really to spot. Right, a little bit further forward. Cool. So that's basically these islands explored, which is all I wanted to do. Right, now we're going to head back to this one. And we can hand in our bounty and then speak to the ambassador. Right. So we did actually get an equipment upgrade though. We haven't had one of those in a little bit. We've had a lot of new equipment. We just haven't had anything that I've thought is an upgrade. But, yeah. Maybe once you'd switch between weapon sets more than I think that we're going to. Which is possible. Hello.
Welcome back, Envoy.
I have a bounty to claim.
Show it here.
Temptuous Lundi is dead.
Guess you were just the one storm she couldn't survive.
Goodbye.
Be safe out there, you hear?
Will do. We only have one bounty left in this area, which is, yeah, the yellow bands that we decided not to do right now. Although I think we would probably be able to do it. Especially as they've changed it so that you no longer suffer massive penalties for fighting things that are a higher level than you are. I don't know why I was looking at this thing. Like, is that a door that can open? Nope, that is not a door that can open. Alright. Ambassador, are you here? Oh, hello.
Oh, Envoy, you return. And you brought a friend. Ambassador Heelguard, at your service.
Always nice to meet an Adiran who isn't trying to goad me into a fight.
What of these rebels? The streets are full of rumors, but your word is the only one I trust.
The assassin has agreed to surrender to us.
Thank the gods. Finally, we can show these people the consequences of their actions. Inquisitor Ludwig will see that the guilty are made an example of. It'll be a lesson that no one forgets.
Why do I feel like Ludwig's lessons involve a riding crop and an Iron Maiden?
I wouldn't put it past her.
Impressive work, Envoy.
Ooh.
Not only have you cheated death, but you humbled your own killer. From this day forth, no one will challenge our presence in the living lands. Our people are here to stay.
Exactly. What do you mean? Let's talk about payment. This guy just gave us 1,500. I brought him in alive. Let's talk about my payment. Do we want to be that payment focused? I guess we could be, if we wanted to. I don't think we need to. I think that if we need something, we will simply take it ourselves or say that the Emperor said we should have it. I must now turn my attention to the Dream Scourge.
Indeed. Not a moment too soon. I'm sending you to Fior Messiverno, a community of Valian expatriates deep in Emerald Stair. The Animancers may have some knowledge of the Dream Scourge already. Learn whatever you can from them.
Animancy is illegal in Adir, but it's been years since I learned the basic principles of Animancy. Refresh my memory. Where does Fior Messiverno fit in with the Dream Scourge? What do you expect me to find there? I'll save my questions for there. Let's say refresh my memory.
Animancers draw power from the spirit world. Their dark research can twist, break, and even corrupt the very soul. The Empire has no tolerance for Animancers, and with good reason. Their work is dangerous, heretical.
I'm surprised you'd work with people who you think are heretical.
Well, you know what they say about the enemy of my enemy? Animancers may be an unpredictable sort, but they are scholars and keenly aware of their environment. Make no mistake, the Empire's at war with the Dream Scourge, and we need allies on our side.
We're at war with a vague illness that turns people mad. Alright, good. How does one do Animancy exactly?
Animancers tinker on souls using clever inventions and ancient pillars of Ardra, siphoning essence like honey from a hive. They want to change reality as we know it, make us live longer, or cause barren lands to grow. For all I know, they might be onto something. Or, with a single miscalculation, they might destroy us all.
Animancy sounds like a promising field of study.
You're right to be curious. After all, animancy is the study of existence itself. Just don't get too curious. It won't reflect well on you in the Empire. If you have any further questions before I dispatch you to Emerald Stair, now would be the time.
Where does Fior Mesiverno fit in with the Dream Scourge?
My sources tell me the Dream Scourge is a plague of the soul, and souls are their trade. If we have anything in common with animancers, it's a shared interest in curing the Dream Scourge.
What do you expect me to find there?
Answers. Nothing more. We need all the help we can get, even if it means appealing to animancers. I believe that covers everything. Governor Vidaro will be your first point of contact. I'm told he's barely keeping the community in order. Seek him out if you need direction. Good hunting, Envoy.
Oh, a real cutscene. This must be Ludwin.
Hilgard. Why is it that whenever I hear your name, it's because you've disgraced the Empire?
No, strangling light. Keep her away.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
Inquisitor Ludwin. So kind of you to join us.
While you brood over the Dream Scourge, this island is coming apart at the seams.
Stay your wrath. Allow me to present the Adiran Envoy, dispatched by the Emperor himself, to aid us in our time of need.
How are we going to address her? Inquisitor Ludwin, your reputation precedes you. Let her finish, Ambassador. I want to see where this goes. Bow solemnly, or nice mask. Obviously, 4 is way too casual. I think 2 is probably a little too vicious to the Ambassador, and would reflect badly upon ourselves. So basically we're at 1 or 3. Now there's a reason I don't want to go with 3. I may think bowing solemnly is a good thing, but I think that it would be immediately giving away our position. If we want to say that we are the utmost authority in this part of the world, we were sent by the Emperor and we have the Emperor's authority, we're not going to bow to her, she should bow to us. So we're simply going to say, Inquisitor Ludwin, your reputation precedes you.
As does yours. Let me deal with him, and I will get back to you shortly. I can't believe you troubled the Emperor to send an envoy. Haven't you done enough to flaunt your incompetence?
Under the circumstances, I thought it might be...
Silence. You busy yourself with a dream scourge, a mere fever and chills, leaving the real work to me.
I've experienced the horror of the Dream Scourge firsthand. We must stop it before it spreads. I agree, I'm not concerned. Let the man explain himself, Inquisitor, or remain pointedly silent. I think we will say, let the man explain himself, Inquisitor. Subtly just saying that we are calling the shots here. That's the entire purpose of us saying this.
He needs to listen for a change. I have scoured this island and faced the truths from which you cower. The Living Lands is on the brink of total collapse, and you have ignored the discontent in your own city. Our envoy brought the killer to justice and Paradise to order, which is more than you've done in years.
You don't waste time, do you?
We should be using this opportunity, not squandering it. What say you?
I think the two of you would be stronger together than apart. Maybe these problems exist because the living lands doesn't want us here. I serve at the pleasure of the Emperor. Or how do you know so much about what I'm doing? Name drop the Emperor. Obviously, it's our MO. I serve at the pleasure of the Emperor.
Well, if that is the end of your commitment, then the living lands might already be doomed.
If you're done eviscerating me, you'll be interested to learn I'm sending the envoy to the Animancers of Emerald Stair.
You are ridiculous. Emerald Stair is under assault by the very wilderness it claims to have conquered. The Animancers cling to pride and tradition even as they dig their own graves.
I can study the Animancers, observe them in their environment. We have to get help somewhere. Maybe my influence can help steer them in a better direction. Animancy could help us fight the Dream Scourger. Is she always like this? I'm going to say, with my scholar hat on, I can study the Animancers, observe them in their environment.
That might do us some good, or it might lead you nowhere. I can't take the chance. Clearly, I've wasted my time with you, Ambassador. From now on, I will break the frontier on my own terms. You are free to disagree with my methods, but you cannot stop me. As for you, Envoy, farewell.
Well, we, at a minimum, left as equals, and firmly above the Ambassador in the pecking order. I'll take it.
She is going to be a problem.
And she's supposed to be on our side? You have to admit she might have a point. She doesn't share concerns about the Dream Scourge, or your problem, not mine. I'm going to say she has a point.
She'll mount your head on one of those points if you aren't careful. Put her out of your mind. The Dream Scourge is more than enough for us to chew on, at least for now. Oh, before I forget, Liviana gave you a clean bill of health. You're cleared to leave for Emerald Stair. Fair warning, Animancers and Adirians don't mix well. Their kind can be a tad unhinged.
I mean, they probably don't mix well because we say that their like field of study is illegal. I think that would probably be why we don't mix well. I know the type, we don't get out much. Alright, I'm going to say that.
At least you'll have that in common, if nothing else.
They're a fun bunch. Crazy, but fun.
Wonderful. Now I have to keep a tight grip on my soul on top of everything else.
Should you cross paths with Ludwig, well, try not to. I have no idea what's gotten into her. Safe travels. I'm told Emerald Stair is beautiful this time of year.
We can head to the Eastern Gatehouse when you're ready to go to Fjord.
Eastern Gatehouse when you're ready to go to Fjord. So is that over here? Yeah, so go to the edge of the map when you're ready to leave the map. Alright. Well, we can probably do that at some point. This looks like there's another area back here as well. Did we never... So, I mean, obviously this is where we did the main quest, but... Yeah, did we never find a way out here? I guess you could go around the edge. I'm kind of curious about that, actually. Wonder if there is anything along the edge, or whether this is just nothing. How about we look at the larger map? Yeah, I mean, it could be something that you get to from that side, maybe, but yeah, it kind of looks like it's nothing. Unless it's a secret. Who knows? And I'm also thinking this must be Fjord then, in this bit. Oh, look at that bridge there. Look at that bridge. If we have a look at that bridge in journal here, that's got, well, never mind. I was going to say that's got to be that, but it's not. Neither of these are quite what we're looking for. Okay. Well, anyway. I think... Ooh, new quest accepted. I'm going to walk out here. First of all, just see if there's anything that triggers when you walk outside. No. Nothing. Well, I think we're going to head... probably over this way first. To the party camp. Then we will have a little rest here. I'll actually see whether we can upgrade our gun as well. Because if we're going to have a one-shot gun, it makes sense to, you know, have that one-shot gun be upgraded. So this one... Wait, so... No, this is upgrading it into a specific thing. Power attacks deal high shock accumulation to all nearby enemies, or killing an enemy with this weapon has a chance to cast Crackling Bolt. Ooh. Power attacks deal high shock accumulation to nearby enemies. I like the 25%, but you have to kill the enemy. And generally, the way that I work in these types of games is, if something sounds like it'll only be useful against trash, it's probably not worth taking. By that, I mean, if you kill an enemy, right, with this, you get a 25% chance to cast Crackling Bolt. But if you're facing a boss, this does nothing. This does literally nothing for the entire boss fight. This, on the other hand, might do something in the boss fight. So it has to be the correct option, I think. Right. But that wasn't really what I was here for, unless... No, that wasn't what I was looking for. Upgrade items. So I want to upgrade it to at least the first level. But we could upgrade it further. We have Adra. So we could upgrade it to the very... Oh, actually, yeah. Oh no, I'm saying we could upgrade it there, or we can go to the very first level here, which actually makes it 80 stun instead of 20 stun. That's a huge upgrade. Look at that. That is absolutely huge. What's our wand, by the way, when we upgrade it? Yeah, like, look at our wand. Our wand isn't even, like, close at that point. Yeah, let's go 1 in here. We're going to use our Adra for this upgrade. I think it's going to be worth it. Maybe. Right. We now have that. Which now means that we are significantly more powerful. These guys are still showed as one thing. This is meant to calculate, I believe... Oh my god, the main story is three skulls. It's like, you are not ready. This is meant to calculate based upon your equipment, which is why I thought upgrading it might help us, but I guess not. Maybe we need more Adra.
Okay? Seems like you were having a strange dream the other night. A cup of tea might help you sleep. Unless you need a nip of something stronger.
I think he was speaking to us, but no, we're okay. Right. Let's exit here, because I actually want to exit the camp here. Because... Oh.
The armored mask. We dream of steel and charred earth and flame. The memory binds. Heed us. Never speak to her again.
What's your problem with her?
Blinding light. A searing brand. We know it. We recall something. Someone. You are not safe with her.
I know Ludwig, she wouldn't harm an innocent like you. You're worrying over nothing. I haven't done anything to anger her. I'm not afraid. Are you sure you don't have a history with her? Can't you tell me more? Let's say I haven't done anything to anger her. I'm not afraid.
Did the deer anger the blaze? Did the brush? Did the soil? It consumes skin, heart. She hurt us. We only remember pain.
I trust your instincts. She may be extreme, but at least she's not insane. Or why don't you trust her? I can't help unless you tell me these things. Exactly.
We sift through our memories. They prick us. We cannot see. Steer clear of the scourging fire, or extinguish it.
If it comes to it, I'll deal with her my way.
No recourse but teeth. The flame spreads toward the garden wall. Listen. Have care. Have care.
I feel it was trying to warn us about something. Anyway. Now we're going to go to roughly where we started the episode. I'm going to walk up to this tree. And then we're going to end the episode there. thank you very much for watching. Next time, we are going to head around the map this way. So we're going to go down here, work our way towards the yellow bands, which are apparently difficult. Acquire Andra's Kiss, find the cartographer, make our way down here, go to Castel's Folly, basically explore the entirety of the Southern Embrace. That's the plan anyway. We'll see. Right, gonna end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.